Hi, Paraton Weather Meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, May 19th, and temperatures will soar today in the Mid-Atlantic region as really we begin our first extended, very warm stretch of weather this spring season. We've had a lot of cool weather in the Mid-Atlantic region during April and May. In fact, it has not hit 90 degrees yet, even the D.C. metro region, a little bit unusual. Certainly there's a chance that D.C. reaches 90 degrees during this extended stretch of warm weather. Maybe even Philadelphia and New York City. There are some mesoscale features we want to talk about, however, including a backdoor cool front that looks like it'll push in from the east to the west during the day on Thursday and will absolutely knock off several degrees of temperatures along coastal sections by tomorrow afternoon compared to this afternoon. I'm talking about New York City down across coastal New Jersey and maybe even into the coastal sections of the Delmarva Peninsula, maybe a little bit of residual cooling to stick around through Friday, and then temperatures will likely soar again over the upcoming week. And as again the overall large-scale part of the weather pattern is one that favors a lot of warm weather with strong upper-level ridging, but we'll have to watch for that backdoor cool front on Thursday into Thursday night, and then a stronger cold front will arrive most likely into the Mid-Atlantic region late Sunday night, early Monday time frame, and that too should knock off a few degrees early next week following its passage. Let's start off by looking at the 6Z GFS 500 millibar height anomaly forecast maps. One thing stands out right here in the northeastern part of the nation, the southeastern part of Canada. Very strong ridging in the upper part of the atmosphere, as indicated here by the orange color on this map. And we'll see as we push forward from today into tomorrow, all the way into the weekend. That is the main player. It does shift its axis a little bit from more like southeastern Canada to the western Great Lakes by the time we get into the weekend, and that may allow for couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms to form in the Mid-Atlantic region during the upcoming weekend. And here we are all the way into Sunday. This too will start to form a northwest flow aloft, and that should allow for a surface cold front to reach the Mid-Atlantic region probably Sunday night time frame. It could knock off a few degrees by the early part of next week, but all the way into Monday, high pressure ridging in the upper part of the atmosphere, 500 millibar level, dominates the eastern third of the nation. Well, let's take a look at temperature anomalies. This is now 850 millibar temperature anomalies, a couple thousand feet off the ground level here. Lots of much above normal temperatures here across the south central and southeastern part of Canada, extending all the way into the northeastern quadrant of the nation. The midweek, the day starts off here with some cooler than normal conditions across the southeast part of the nation, but we'll move forward here, and the normal conditions just dominate the scene, along with that upper level ridge right through the end of the work week and into the weekend. Here we are now by Sunday morning, still above normal conditions, and again, this extended warm stretch could very well result in 90+ degrees in places like D.C. Certainly this weekend that is a possibility. An outside chance that New York and Philadelphia even hit 90 degrees for the first time this spring season. Then we get into the Sunday night time frame, and notice this cooler than normal air mass showing up here across southeastern Canada, up across New England. There will be a frontal system that will be pressing south and east from the north and west on Sunday night, early Monday. That's as compared with the westward moving backdoor cool front that may play a role on Thursday and Thursday night in the coastal sections of the Mid-Atlantic region. But here we go, by the time we get into Monday, should be some relief throughout the northeastern part of the nation following the more conventional northwest to southeast moving cool front by the time we get to Monday morning. Well, again, the big picture, the synoptic scale pattern is warm, looking warm for the northeastern part of the nation, but you really have to look at some smaller scale details, and I'm using a mesoscale version of the NAM, a 3-kilometer resolution version of the NAM, to focus in on the backdoor cool front that will play a big role tomorrow in places like New York City, coastal New Jersey, maybe even down to the Delmarva Peninsula, not only tomorrow but into tomorrow night and into the day on Friday. What we're looking at here is the barbs associated with wind speeds and wind direction here, wind barbs here, as we start off the day. And this kind of a flow is west to east as we begin the day here on Wednesday morning. But watch what happens over the next 24 hours or so, specifically in this region. Again, this is a high resolution version of the NAM model. We're looking at hourly increments here with the low level winds still mid-afternoon tomorrow, early afternoon, still from the west to the east, but continue to move forward here. Just watch these wind barbs here just off the east coast of the Mid-Atlantic region. Now late tomorrow night, then there's a reversal. We now see an easterly flow of air setting up first offshore, and then that will move inland. And indeed, this is by the middle of the night tomorrow night, and you see easterly flow here pushing from the east to the west, and the ocean temperatures are still relatively cool compared to the land temperatures that we expect to see later on today. In other words, this kind of a backdoor cool front will definitely knock off several degrees in places like New York City, coastal New Jersey, even coastal Delmarva by late tomorrow night. A little bit difficult to say how far inland that will have an impact, but I expect to see temperatures even a few degrees less warm, let's say, tomorrow afternoon in the Philly metro region as compared to this afternoon. Let's keep moving forward. Here we are now into early Thursday, and pretty much a broad flow of air from the east to the west, and that's your backdoor cool front picked up here by a high resolution model. Not so much by the larger scale models, the synoptic scale models, but this could even knock off a few degrees by Friday in the DC metro region before the overall wind flow kind of flips back around more to a west or southwest direction over the upcoming weekend. But here we are now through the day tomorrow, still that easterly flow. Big difference tomorrow afternoon in New York City compared to this afternoon. And Ocean City, New Jersey, for example, a cool down compared to this afternoon. Let's go all the way into the day on Friday. Here we are now, midnight tomorrow night, and then into the day on Friday morning time period. Still a little bit, starting a weekend here, may have a little bit of an impact on Friday, especially, again, in coastal New Jersey, New York City, down to coastal Delmarva. And then that tends to weaken by later Friday, and we get back into the temperature soaring situation for the upcoming weekend. Well, let's wrap up by looking at a synoptic scale, a broader scale model here. This is the GFS model, the Global Forecast System from 6Z last night, the operational run. Surface high pressure, the big player, certainly throughout the atmosphere. High pressure ridging, both at the surface and the upper part of the atmosphere. On the western side, a lot of moisture pushing into the upper part of the Midwest and down across eastern Texas, in store for a lot of rain over the next couple of days here. But this high pressure system dominates the scene here. Now notice here by early tomorrow morning, a little bit of a reflection off the main coastline. Winds flow clockwise around highs, and there is your generation of an easterly flow here by tomorrow morning right off the Jersey coastline, and that will push some cooler air from the ocean inland during the day on Thursday, with that high stationed off the New England coastline. Cannot even rule out an isolated shower, maybe a thunderstorm, especially, let's say, north of the east central Pennsylvania area, central New Jersey, northeastern PA, upstate New Jersey. Can be an isolated shower or thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon with that backdoor cool front. Still a warm overall pattern, and notice this high tends to shift back inland from the New England coastline tomorrow into tomorrow night, back over the upper part of the Midwest, and temperatures will respond accordingly. No more easterly flow here by the time we get into the upcoming weekend, and by the time we get to Sunday, could see 90+ degrees in places like DC. Maybe a shower or thunderstorm late Saturday. And then notice this high pressure building into southeastern Canada by Sunday afternoon. This is the Sunday afternoon forecast map. High pressure, southeastern Canada, should be a cool frontal system right in this region right here that pushes from the northwest to the southeast. Cannot rule out a shower or thunderstorm on Sunday with that more conventional frontal system that again pushes from the northwest to the southeast. And with this kind of a high pressure system located in southeastern Canada come early Monday, I expect to see some relief in the weekend relief by the time we get to Monday in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, following the passage of that conventional frontal system on Sunday night, early Monday. But again, for tomorrow, watch out for that backdoor cool front pushing in from the east to the west. Definitely should knock off several degrees in temperatures from this afternoon to tomorrow afternoon. Places like New York City, coastal New Jersey, maybe even much of New Jersey, and all the way down to the coastal sections of the Delmarva Peninsula. That's it for now. For Paraton Weather, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.